Even though he had expressed a burning desire to leave Bradford City, actually doing so proved to be a difficult experience, Wells revealed.
It was a difficult choice because I built such a big relationship with the club, with the manager, the team, the fans, everything. It was difficult. I understood that I had a great opportunity ahead of me. I could have possibly waited till this summer and had all the options. But in football, you never know what's around the corner. I had an option that I was overly moving with, and that was to come to Huddersfield. And I almost thought sometimes in football you can't give it up. You can't not take the opportunities. I knew I could have possibly went on and scored 30 plus goals, or had a tough time. I just went with my went with what I thought was best, and that was to move in January.
Wells experienced mixed emotions after switching allegiances to Huddersfield.
It was an emotional night for me after I signed, because I went from being overly moved, signing the signature, knowing I had got it over the line, the day before the game. But then driving home, I also, thought about what I was going to miss. I felt like I was completely cutting my life off from everyone at Bradford, when it really wasn't that. And it was hard driving home. I shed a tear thinking about it. And it almost felt like that life was completely over and I was starting a new one. But it wasn't the case. I thought about it. I still keep in touch with everyone. I still see all the lads. I'm still welcome back to the club.
Wells admits there are times when he misses his former colleagues at Bradford City.
I miss them all. I had spent 2.5 years there. The manager brought such a good, tight-knit squad together, where even our days off, we were still spending time with each other, whether it be going out for lunch, shopping, on the golf course. We built such a good relationship, and up to today, on my days off, I still see my teammates, I still see my old mates. I spend a lot of time with them, and if it's a good day, I'll probably be out on the course playing golf with them or something. But it was a good time. It was a good time at that club, and up to today, I miss all the lads. But in football, you move on, and I'm seeing a transition at Bradford where a lot of similar faces that were there are on their way out, and some are coming in. That's just football when things aren't going the best for certain players. Sometimes you have to leave to better yourself to get match games or bring some in to get results, and that's what's happening at Bradford.
During his stint with Bradford City, Wells played an integral role in getting the club to the final of the Capital One Cup and promotion to League One all in the same season.
I think what we achieved is sort of surreal. I think my statistics aren't, because I sort of set a high standard on myself, and I still feel like I could have done a lot better than that. But that just might be me being very overcritical of myself, and I think with doing so, that will get the best out of me. But the moments we had were surreal. Making it to a major cup final. You look at clubs like Arsenal, who haven't won silverware in a long time. That we overcame, and they put out the strongest team to really try to go and win that cup, and we got to the final. Unfortunately, the occasion was too big for us, and we did the best we can. We lost 5-0, but that season last year was unbelievable. I don't know if a footballer in the lower divisions will ever experience such a thing again.
Getting his name on the score sheet to become the first Bermudian to score at the iconic Wembley Stadium, as well as earning Man of the Match accolades in a 3-0 win over Northampton Town in the League Two playoff final, proved to be Wells' most cherished moment in a Bradford City jersey.
It would have to be playoff final. I thought scoring against Aston Villa at home, I thought beating Arsenal, I thought making it to the major cup final. But winning, getting promotion, that feeling of going, 2-3 weeks into the end of the season where everyone's off on vacation to try to get promoted, and then do so in such a fine fashion, and being able to score at Wembley. All of those positives made it the best, because the only players that have been promoted really understand. I think the ones who have made it to the final and haven't got promoted actually lost. no to, because it's just, you almost want to give up after that. And you can see how much it's affected Northampton Town, because now they was playing in the final last year to get promoted, and now they're at the bottom of the table in League Two. It shows you what effect it can have on you in your future of the club.
While Huddersfield may have pulled off a coup, prying Wells away from Valley Parade, they were not the only ones to benefit from the transfer deal. An agreement between Bradford and Wells' former local club Dandytown will see the latter pocket around $80,000 in FIFA training compensation. Bradford had declined to compensate Dandytown when Wells initially joined the Yorkshire club, but eventually had a change of heart.
It worked out quite well, because when I did sign for Bradford, they considered to waive the fee and put a 10% in, because at that time they didn't know if I was worth paying the £10,000 for, or £8,000, whatever it was. So they put in a 10%, which in my mind at the time, I was confident that I could do well enough for it to benefit. And I thank Dandytown for doing so, because that gave me the opportunity to play. And then moving, I totally forgot about it, and I was brought up in the process of dealing with the contracts and stuff like that. And I was delighted. I just thought, it's perfect. I think Dandytown deserves something. I spent 20 years at that club, so I have to believe that they deserve some sort of credit and financial stability, and they are getting that. So hopefully it's used well, and it helps a lot of people back here.
Nahki Wells underneath this. Wells! Debut goal for Huddersfield! And is that to be the match winner? 90th minute, Nahki Wells. What a signing it could turn out to be.